that feeling? Feels good.
Okay. Let me show you a couple things we can make.
Of course, I love to feed people. I'm gonna that was the best part of the
Hey, hello, welcome.
Merry Christmas.
Come on in. I'm Jim Keenert, and this is my wife Jan,
Hello.
and we do the Vintage Life Fellowship at church, and welcome to our home. Just a quick little tour here we're going to give to you. The home was built in 1922, so that means there's been 98 Christmases right here in this spot. Isn't it amazing? The floors are all original, the furniture is all replication. It's just it's a homey type of a thing when you live in a place like this, and you never have to go buy new furniture because then it wouldn't match what it's supposed to look like. We're going to be coming into the kitchen. The kitchen is all restored also, but it's been upgraded, obviously. The appliances are not like they used to be.
This is where we gather. We load up the counter with food. Everybody brings food. And we get our plates, dish up, and go on in to the other room in here. So this is a great place. This is a place where everybody likes to gather before we eat. So come on through here. This is our dining room. And this, our daughter's Desi right here. And Danielle. And granddaughters, ANDIE and Ruby. This home is such a blessing to be able to share it with our family and friends, and it's a great place just to have fun and fellowship, and we're very blessed to be here.
So our family's really big on garlands, and these are some of the ones we made ourselves. Of course, we go to the store and buy them, but the first one here is the dried orange garland, and we just dry those in the oven at a real low temperature for about 4 hours and string them on. This one here is a walnut garland where we've just actually sprayed walnuts or any nut that you want to put on as a garland, and you drill a hole in it and then you just string them. It's a pretty reasonable craft for anyone to do. And this is almonds, the same kind of idea. This one is just yarn that's been braided and hanging little tiny stars with some gold glitter on it. This one is actually, you cut it's supposed to be like popcorn, and you cut the pieces and then you just string them all along on the sewing machine. And the last one is a felt ball garland. It's wool felt, and we're going to show you how to make that today. So today we're going to teach you how to make wool felt balls, and we're going to string them on a garland. The balls will look like this, and they come in a package at the store. You can use old wool sweaters, but that is a really complicated, long process, so we went to the store and bought this little roll, and they come in strips, and you're going to roll out the strips, and then you're going to take the strip and you're going to cut it into sections of 4 to 6 inches. So I've given everybody a 4-inch section, and we're going to take this and we're going to separate the fibers. And the point of this is that you won't have any lines in your little ball. It'll just be smooth and round. So once you have the fibers all separated, you're going to take we have hot soapy water in here, just a little bit of soap. Some people are really particular and they use special olive oil soap, but we just use regular soap from Sprouts. And you can just get your fingers a little bit wet, and we're going to start in the middle, and we're going to pull those fibers together, making a real loose ball. And the soap helps the wool pull together. So the next step is we have added I'll add some more. This is hot water, not too hot, but you're going to put hot water in your bowl on the other one, and this one's going to be the cleansing bowl. And so after we get the soap really well in there, you know what happens to a wool sweater, it shrinks down. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get it into this into this size. Stick it in the regular water, the regular warm water, and we're going to start squishing the soap out. And then you can kind of mold it and make sure there's no seams. And that's a little bit tricky, and you might get a little frustrated at this point because wet wool does not feel good, but it will, if you can pull on it and stretch it to make it into a little ball, you're going to start rolling it gently in your hand. How are you doing, ladies?
Good. Oh, pretty good.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. Mine's still pretty big.
And you can always just re-soap it if it's getting clumpy and just start pulling on it again. And so you're going to roll and roll and roll till it gets very tight and hard. How's everybody doing now?
Doing good, I think. Seems like it.
So we
We'll
roll,
see.
roll, roll, and it's getting smaller. It's almost there. And you'll notice too, it gets really heavy and hard. And then what we do next is we just get a nice big needle, string them on your favorite string. We can use yarn or strings. You can use the packing string, and then you just string them on there. The beautiful thing about wool felt, it doesn't slip, and so it'll stay in place. And so you can put them really close together or far apart and then string it on your mantle. We hope you enjoy this craft. It's a really nice, fun thing to do, especially with little kids, because they can get their hands in it and roll and roll and roll. And we just hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas and that you spend time together as a family. God bless you. We were just thinking about the goodness of God in our families and how God has taken our family, and we're a mixed family with stepbrothers and stepsisters and many kids, and how God has taken each one of us and given us gifts, just regular gifts. And we're not millionaires or we're not super fantastic at many things, but we have simple gifts that we offer to the Lord. And thinking about that, I was thinking about in Mark when Jesus is speaking in the temple, and he's talking some really profound statements, and Mark comments and he says, "And the common people heard him gladly." And I love that because I'm a common person and I am a simple person and I just love Jesus and I want to do things for Jesus. So a fun fact about me is that I won the 4th grade handwriting competition for the County of Orange, and that sparked something in me to want to learn to draw and use my gift. It was kind of a neat little thing that the Lord had given me. Calvary Chapel, Costa Mesa, when I was 20 years old, they had a thing called Joyful Handmaidens, and what we did is we would make a nativity scene, and then we would make one for ourselves and then for another person, and we ended up giving it to the sheepfold. And so they had toll painting and rag rugs, all the 80s crafts. It was great. And so that just sparked something in me as well to want to use my craft for the church. And so I began doing signs and posters, and the Lord has just been so faithful to do that in our family. We have bakers, we have comedians, we have artists, computer coders, just everything that our family has done, we have used it for the Lord, and we have taken the littlest thing and given it to Him. And I just like to encourage you guys to do that as well.
Yeah, and I would say having that desire for art as a kid, I never knew that God would use something small like that. And now just through ways that the Lord has led me, I'm working at Calvary making graphic arts and getting to do cool projects all around the church, and it's just something awesome that the Lord can take the things that you are passionate about and use them for the edification of the church. So yeah, I'm glad to celebrate Jesus this season, and also challenged by the wise men and their gifts to the Lord in what I can bring to Him with my gifts that He has given, like art and those things, but also with the spiritual gifts that we are all we can all give Him, no matter what our natural giftings are as well. So we hope that you have a great Christmas season, and that you just invite Jesus into your heart and into your homes, and see how He wants to use you and how you can give back to Him this season.